All right. What's up, everybody? Well, my people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, or Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back out with another video. And as we all know, yesterday, NBA legend and slam dunk, no pun intended, future first ballot Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony announced his retirement after 19 official seasons in the NBA. You know, it's weird he's officially announcing it now, but he's really been retired, honestly, since Houston released him. We all remember the Houston Rockets released him after, I think, 9-10 games. And he spent that entire year out the league. He got picked up by the Portland Trailblazers, I think, towards the end of that season. Because I remember he was in the bubble. Got released by Portland in his last official year on the Lakers last season, the 21-22 season, and spent all this year out the league, and now it's gone. So he's really been retired for, honestly, about 4 years, honestly. With all due respect, he ain't really do shit in Portland or L.A., you know. But, Carmelo's career, he's had a great career, great career, scoring champion, 10-time All-Star, I believe 3 gold medals. We all know about Olympic Melo. Well, 28,000 points, a great career. Could Carmelo have had a better career? I think so. His career, he came into the league with a lot of promise. As a freshman, he led the Syracuse Orangemen to their first, I think they're today only, national championship in 2003. He was a high prospect coming out of that draft. And he was selected 3rd overall by the Denver Nuggets. And looking back on it, that was a mistake because the Detroit Pistons should have selected him. But they took Darko Milicic, I believe that was his name. So it worked out for the Nuggets, not so well for the Pistons. Because you imagine Melo there with Chauncey, Rip, Tayshaun, Sheed, and Ben Wallace. They could have taught him real basketball, real team basketball, high IQ team basketball, and playing defense and sacrificing to win championships. Lord knows how Carmelo's careers could have gone. But hey, it was 20 years ago. We'll never know now. Can't change it. Carmelo's had a few great years in Denver. Got to the playoffs a couple of times. They paired him with Allen Iverson, J.R. Smith, Kenyon Martin, what's my man's name? Marcus Camby. They traded AI to Detroit, paired him up with Chauncey Billups. They had their best season with Melo there. They won 54 games. They got to the conference finals and lost 6 games to the Lakers. The team of the Denver Nuggets, led by Nikola Jokic, the new 15 in Denver, just swept. And I believe Kobe Bryant's on record saying Carmelo's one of the toughest players he's ever had to guard. But it didn't work out in Denver. Had a poor ending in Denver. He ended up getting traded to the New York Knicks. Now, as a kid, as a Knicks fan, I must admit I was excited, because I was a kid. I'm thinking, oh, my God, we got Carmelo, who's one of the best players in the league at the time, top 10 player in the league at the time. And, of course, my young, dumb self thinking, oh, we're going to win championships, man. Unfortunately, that never happened. Of course, Melo got there, then Lynn Sanity. We all remember that shit. They had a nice squad in New York, too. They had him there with Jason Kidd, JR, Kmart, Lynn, Amari Stoudemire. They had a nice squad. They beat the Boston Celtics in the first round in 2013 when they lost to the Indiana Pacers, I believe, in 6 games in the conference semifinals in 2013. And Carmelo Anthony actually got an MVP vote that year. And had he not gotten that MVP vote, LeBron James would have been the first player in NBA history to be unanimous MVP. Of course, that honor went to Steph Curry 3 years later. So Carmelo, he definitely had his impact on NBA history. And then, the Knicks kind of fell off after that 13 year. I'll never forget, Carmelo scored 62 in the Garden, I believe, in January of 2014. Never forget that shit. That was a great performance to watch. But it never worked out in New York. They had Porzingis, they had Phil Jackson, and it was just a disaster. The Knicks had some of their worst years in franchise history under Melo. And then after the 2017 season, Carmelo Anthony was dealt to the Oklahoma City Thunder, paired up with reigning MVP Russell Westbrook and Paul George. The Thunder kind of, underachieved. They won 48 games, which isn't bad, but with that type of talent, that type of roster, they should have won more games. And they were bounced in the first round by the Utah Jazz, led by rookie Donovan Mitchell. Carmelo was, I believe, traded to the Hawks initially in that offseason, was released by the Hawks, and picked up by the Houston Rockets. And was only there for, I think, 9 or 10 games, then getting released for the rest of that season out the league. And spent the early part of the 19-20 season out the league until Dame Lillard vouched for him, and he was picked up by the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, Melo had his moments, but, never really amounted to anything. Carmelo spent his last official season, the 21-22 season, with the LA Lakers. Didn't mean shit because, they didn't make the playoffs. And by this point, Carmelo was coming off the bench. Carmelo should have been coming off the bench in Oklahoma City. And I remember saying that to my friends at the time, like, Carmelo should come off the bench. He'd be more effective coming off the bench, but, he wasn't humbled yet. Carmelo's legacy in basketball, very talented scorer. 28,000 points, a scoring champ. A very great score, a good scorer, but again, never really amounted to nothing. Wasn't the best defender in the league. We all know about his legacy in the Olympics. Olympic Melo, Hoodie Melo, Cornrow Melo, New York Melo, Denver Melo. He's on the NBA 75th anniversary team. Congrats to him. He deserves it. Like I said, Carmelo's going to be a future Hall of Famer. That's not even a question. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame once he becomes eligible, but did he underachieve? One can say that. Carmelo's a guy who, had he been in better shape and learned how to play team basketball and committed himself on defense and sacrifice, he probably could have won 1 or 2 championships, but he didn't. But still, great career. Now they're talking about who's going to retire his number, Denver or New York. Well, right now, Jokic is wearing 15, so, they can still retire it. For all you don't know, they can still retire it. For all you don't know, I'm a Yankees fan, so I know Mariano Rivera wore 42 all them years, even though they retired 42 for Jackie Robinson. They did that in, I think, 97. Mariano had the number by then. And also, Mariano retired, nobody wore 42 after. So, they can retire Melo's 15. Jokic can still continue to wear, and then once Jokic retires, they retire Jokic's number, they can retire it twice. The New York Yankees did that with Mariano and Jackie Robinson, so why can't the Nuggets do it? Will he get his number retired in New York? Absolutely. I think Bernard King needs to get his number retired before Carmelo does, but Carmelo's going to get his number retired in Denver. That's no doubt about it. But all you guys tell me in the comment section down below, what's your favorite Carmelo moment? Selfishly, as a Knicks fan, my favorite Melo moment was the 62 against the Bobcats. Selfishly, even though that season they were trash, it was still, for me, a fun moment to watch. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you believe Melo underachieved? Do you think he underachieved? Do you think he could have got more out of his career? Do you think Denver will retire his number? Or do you think, Jokic is the best 15 we ever had? And I remember George Karl said that Nikola Jokic is the best Denver Nugget of all time. I agree with him on that. But, again, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Congrats, Carmelo, on a great career. See you in the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to see you all.